Hello and welcome back to Strollin and Trollin. What's up, Tyler?
Hello.
Today we are back. Guest list for once.
Yeah, plans changed. We'll have another one on soon, though. We got some more still left.
Oh, we've got a bunch of them left. Anyway, I got one really big topic that I know we've both got a lot to talk about. You've done a whole series on your channel about it, kind of. You did a video recently on it, and I've never talked about it really at all, I don't think. I did it on a previous podcast, although I can't remember if that podcast episode exists because, you know, a good half of the old Strollin and Trollin podcasts are just completely you talking. Thanks again for that, by the way.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, I'm doing that weird glitchy thing. Yeah. Anyway, today's topic, Tyler. The topic to end all topics. That's right. Last episode of the podcast ever. No.
Damn.
I just ended it right then and there. Big topic, Tyler. Big topic. We're getting off track.
No, we always do.
Amusement parks, Tyler.
Oh, I have talked about this topic
Amusement parks.
When did I talk about it? When did I talk about it recently?
You did your first roller coaster video recently.
Oh, yeah. I did do that.
But anyway, I've never talked about it. I know you have tons of to talk about. I know you probably have stuff that you haven't talked about yet. Dude, I don't know.
Well, if you want to talk about the amusement park we're going to in a few weeks.
Oh, there it is. Well, that is in a few weeks. A
month from yesterday at the time of recording this, at least.
It won't
not
be,
when it goes live. It'll be more like 2 weeks or something like that.
Wait.
Less than that.
What? It's in a couple of weeks. It doesn't matter. Anyway. I just think it'll be interesting to talk about amusement parks because, you know, we've both been to quite a few. We both could probably
I've been to a few. I don't think I would say quite a few, but I have been to, well, you know, I've been to, well, yeah, I guess quite a few, yeah. Yeah, you're right on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even matter if we've been to a few. I mean, we've been to enough times to have a lot to talk about. Whether that be...
Right.
I'm changing my lighting mid-fucking recording because I'm just engulfed in darkness. God! This is so unprofessional! Anyway, Tyler, amusement parks.
What was the very first amusement park you ever went to?
Caesarland? Does that count? Was that a thing? Was that what it was called?
The fuck is called? What? Caesarland?
Caesar's Playhouse? Caesar's...
What? Little Caesars?
Yeah, this Little Caesars had like a giant indoor playground thing. It was like a big arcade. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what it was called. Look it up. I'll look it up. Where the fuck did you go on your first one?
My first amusement park would have been... Was it Cedar Point? It was either Cedar Point. It might have been Disney.
No way, dude.
It might have been Disney. We went to Disney World the one and only time. It was 11 years ago now. That's makes me old. But we also went to Cedar Point later that year. We may have went to my first amusement park. May have been Michigan's Adventure as well. I don't remember. It was one. I'm going to say it's either Disney or Michigan's Adventure. I'm going to say Disney, though, just for the sake of my memory.
Oh. I just found something crazy, dude. I just found like a really old news article. Okemos Caesarland closes. Kid theme pizza place shutters abruptly after its lease expires. So it was Caesarland, and I think that was it was kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff. I do count Chuck E. Cheese in the ballpark of amusement parks because it was expensive and you spend a long time waiting.
Hey, no rides, though. You can't count it as an amusement park.
Well, technically there were no rides, but at the same time there were slides.
At the same time, there was no rides.
There were slides and crazy
Those don't count as
robotics and... And the whole
also don't count as
roller coaster arcade game thing where it was just a virtual roller coaster experience.
My God.
Fine, if we don't count that, it was probably... fuck, where's the one with Snoopy? What is that called? Michigan Land?
Michigan's Adventure.
Michigan Adventure. That was probably my first one then, if we can't count Caesar Land, which doesn't exist, and past 2006 has not existed. I had a birthday at Caesar Land. Anyway, Michigan Adventure was probably my first one. I don't remember being there, but I remember looking at pictures of me there.
I remember the first time I remember being at Michigan Adventure was for a scout trip. We didn't do anything. I was still scared of roller coasters. I didn't really care. Maybe I did like the bumper cars or some shit, but that was the first time I remember being there.
Oh God, if we want to talk about being afraid of roller coasters, I've got 2 good stories to tell you. Disney World, Orlando, Florida. I don't know about your experiences there, but I've had quite a few.
I only went there the one time. I had really fun.
I had really fun.
It's not a very roller coaster heavy park. Which for what was I 7? Not even 7. No, I was 7. It was good for me because I wasn't having to worry about not riding a bunch of shit because they didn't have a lot of roller coasters, and so I was able to actually enjoy myself. I liked Animal Kingdom the most. I actually went there twice during our trip.
The last time I was at Disneyland or Disney World was in 2015 for the school trip, which you didn't go on, which I just found out recently when I came across an old flash drive with pictures all up in it.
Too costly, and I didn't really care.
It was fucking lit as shit. Riding roller coasters and exploring Disneyland with friends, or Disney World. I'm gonna keep getting that fucked up. I don't care. You know what I mean. Disney World from here on out. If I said land or world, I mean world. Anyway, so we're coming up on 10 years since I've been to a Disney park. But I've been there, I want to say 2 or 3 times before 2015. Once as a baby, and I think once or twice with family, other than the Disney trip for school. And I don't remember the first time, but again, I've seen pictures. I still have my hat from being like a little infant child, my little Disney hat, and I have one from the trip that I went on after that, which is the one that I remember the most. And I actually remember a lot about that trip because it was one of the most magical experiences you could have as a child, is going to Disney. Even though the rides aren't that exciting for, like, the adults or anything like that, it was really exciting for, little old me. I think I was, like, I had to have been, like, between 7 and 10. Well, actually, hold on. How the fuck old was I in 2015? What year is it? 2022.
It's 2022.
I'm not 20 yet.
Yet.
2020, I turned 18. So, 2015, what is that? 3 years before? 15? 14 or 15, I guess, somewhere in that range. Oh, I would have been... No, because 2015, it would have been spring of 2015. So I would have been 14, yeah. So I must have been between... The time I went before that, I must have been between, like, 8 and 10. Somewhere in that... no. Shit! Because my fucking brother was there, but my sister wasn't born yet. I must have... In that case, it must have been, like, 7 or 8.
Getting a whole lowdown of the family tree here.
Anyway... There's a thing that we both really, really enjoy. It's called Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's not at Disney. That's at Universal.
No, it's not. But I'm getting to... Oh, just hold on a minute here. So in Jurassic Park...
I love Jurassic Park.
In Jurassic Park, which is a movie that at the time I had watched so many times because I fucking love dinosaurs. What kid doesn't love dinosaurs? Every fucking kid loves dinosaurs at some point. They're fucking awesome. Big-ass lizards. Shitting everywhere, It's fucking great.
Eating people.
Eating fucking lawyers, dude. Wasn't old enough to appreciate it at the time, but fuck
on a fat guy,
dude. But Dennis Nedry was one of my favorite people.
Oh, Newman.
Oh God. But anyway, Jurassic Park. The whole plot is they make a dinosaur park. Doesn't even open. And the dinosaurs eat everybody. It's a bad idea. Next movie, they go to the second island. Dinosaurs eat everybody. They bring a T-Rex to the mainland. It eats everybody. Bad idea. Third movie, The kid is on the island, I guess, and it's kind of loose connected to like the rest of them, except for like has a couple characters in there that are from previous movies. Weird movie, definitely the weakest in all of the Jurassic Park movies I've seen.
Dr. Grant?
Dr. Grant? Alan.
What
is the kid's name? Fuck.
Oh, I don't remember the kid's name. What the fuck is it?
I know it's Kirby. Jack Kirby is the fucking...
Eric!
Yeah.
Eric! Amanda! Shut up!
I remember now. Anyway, fourth movie. It hadn't come out at the time, but the plot is make a park, dinosaurs get out and eat everybody. Okay. Now, Disney has a movie called Dinosaurs. And the plot of that movie follows a dinosaur that can talk and a bunch of fucking tiny lemurs, right? And it's like following the extinction event. At Disney World, there is a ride based around that movie where you go back in time. There's a science guy on the screen, not Bill Nye, although he was there. Bill Nye was there, but not here. There was a science guy on the screen, and he tells you, you're going back in time. You're going to save this crazy iguanodon guy. But don't be there too long. The world is fucking ending. And you go into these fucking cars, and I am screaming and crying. I do not want to go get eaten by a dinosaur. I've seen Jurassic Park. I know I know the outcome. I'm not going to go get eaten by dinosaurs. Everybody who's fucking getting on this ride is about to go get eaten by a dinosaur. Not me. I don't trust that shit. So I scream and cry until they throw me off the ride. Like I said, I must have been like 7 or 8 when this happened. So pretty embarrassing story. But like, hey, fuck it. I've seen Jurassic Park. I know the fucking story. It always ends up the same way. And I wasn't willing to get eaten by a dinosaur. Sorry. And that same trip, I went on the Expedition Everest, which is another ride that used to scare the shit out of me, right? I did ride it that time. It's one of their
few roller coasters.
I did ride it that time, and I did enjoy it a lot. However, there were 2 things about it that scared the fucking shit out of me. One, I thought the Yeti was real. Listen, I've seen the Disney commercials. They portray everything as like magical and everything's real, and it's fucking crazy. I've already been over the dinosaurs. Same park, by the way. Animal Kingdom. I've already been by the dinosaurs. Didn't want to fucking do that because I didn't want to get eaten by a fucking dinosaur. And now I'm going on a Yeti ride, shitting my pants because I'm thinking I'm going to get eaten by a Yeti. This time, I didn't know that the Yeti was actually taken out years prior because it had an animatronic malfunction and it fell on the track. There wasn't anybody on the ride at the time, but still. But then as I'm on the ride, the tracks just fucking stop at one point. And you come up to this, like, ending bit where the tracks are all fucking broken as if the Yeti came through. And that pretty much solidified the idea that the Yeti was real for me. And I was already on the ride. I was about halfway through at this point. And we were approaching the end of the tracks that the Yeti had destroyed. And I must have been screaming fucking crazy. And then you stop, because the Yeti's not real. This was meant to be. But then something worse happens. You start to go backwards down the fucking Yeti ride. And I am fucking freaking out already. There's a Yeti somewhere. I can't fucking see him, but he's sabotaging shit. He's out there. I can hear him roaring, but he's sabotaging shit. And I'm like, fuck, this is the end. I guess I'm gonna die at Disney. Spread my ashes in a bush somewhere. It'll be fucking awesome. I fucking hated that, but loved it afterwards when I found out the Yeti wasn't real. And I got off the ride completely fine. Now, the Dinosaur Ride I did not go on that year at all. Because I was so petrified of the idea of dinosaurs eating me. I was fully aware of what dinosaurs were capable of. I could name at least 10 dinosaurs, which was more than most people at the time could name. I can name way more now. But I did end up going back on the Dinosaur Ride. I overcame my fears in 2015 when I went on the middle school trip to Disneyland, right? Wesley's been on the podcast. We all love him. We all know him. another guy, who conveniently I can't remember the name of because I wasn't going to share his name anyway, just for like privacy reasons. But Wesley, me, and this guy were put together in a group. Obviously, we chose this, and we were going on the dinosaur ride. It was time, Tyler. It was time. It was time for me to face my fear.
Time for redemption.
It was time for me to look that science guy dead in the eyes and tell him, I'm going to fuck your wife. I'm going to do it. I'm going to live this fucking dinosaur shit, and I'm going to fuck your wife. I didn't say that at the time, but thinking back, it would have been fucking badass if I just looked up at him in front of my friends and just said, I'm going to fuck
just
your
say
wife.
That to it. Just say that to a Disney employee.
But anyway, I got on the ride. Everything was cool. I kind of got, at this point I was old enough to know that the dinosaurs weren't real. The Disney magic was still there, but it wasn't like fucking everything was alive, like Night in the Museum style. Like, that wasn't going to happen. I figured that. Disney is notorious for a very specific thing happening to all of their rides all of the fucking time. More than any other park that I've ever been to. They break down a lot. Disney rides break down fucking a lot.
They have a lot of parts. They have a lot of pieces and parts that go into them.
They do.
They operate more frequently than like Cedar Point does. So it's more likely they are going to break down. So
I'm on the dinosaur ride, right? We get right in front of the Carnotaurus. Good old fucking Clint,
Clint.
He's sitting there. He comes out like an animatronic. He's on a little track and he pushes forward and he roars at us. His mouth is going, ah, and he's roaring at us. Man, the lighting is so fucked, dude. He roars at us and fucking the ride breaks down. Not only does the ride break down right in front of Clint, but the lights go out. Except for the red ones, conveniently. And so there is a red light beaming on this fucking massive Carnotaurus, which are way bigger than they are in real life. Because it was like the main antagonist in the dinosaur movie. And it was there. But there were only specific parts of the ride that wasn't working. The cars weren't moving. The lights were out except for the red ones. But the Carnotaur, Clint's buddy Clint, was still going back and forth, roaring at us, gnarling his fucking teeth for about 20 minutes. We were stuck in front of this fucking dinosaur. And not to shit on Wesley, but I've seen the pictures very recently. Like I said, I found the flash drive. I seem to be doing fine, but Wesley was shitting his pants. Wesley was not having a good time. And I can't blame him. Like I said, some 5 years earlier, I was, shitting my pants. And I got kicked off the ride because I was crying too much. So, less embarrassing for him than it was for me. But I did conquer my fear. The ride eventually got back up and running, and we were fucking golden. It was a great time, that Disney trip, and I've got plenty more stories if we want to get to that. But I'm going to leave a little floor room for Tyler to tell a story because, this ain't my podcast.
You reminded me of a traumatic Disney ride story that I had. This does not take place at the Dinosaur Ride. I do not remember that ride existing. When I went, but I do remember another very traumatic ride existing in the Tree of Life. Do you remember that?
Yes, the Bugs Life 4D thing.
Yep, the Tree of Life. There's
a name for it. I can't.
We decide it's a ride, right? So we go in. We want to do the ride. Well, it's not even really a ride; it's an experience. But go in, right? We sit in these seats. It's like a Bugs Life thing. I think it was, right?
Yeah, it was Bugs Life. Yeah, it's still there.
It traumatized me. Oh my god. I did not expect it to be that bad when we got in there, but I swear to God, we were sitting in there and, I'm not the hugest fan of bugs. Like, sure, I know I can tolerate them because they do good for the world, but, 7-year-old me didn't give a fuck about what bugs did for the world. So we're sitting in there, right? And I just remember, like, we were wearing this, like, 3 4D glasses, whatever the fuck they are, and they just start coming at us, and I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm going
I
all
fucking
insane.
do,
These
too.
the bugs. I remember they were just not like fucking ants or like butterflies. These are like big fucking menacing bugs. Like take the enemies from the first Bugs Life movie and times it by like 10. They're not even canon to the series or anything. And they're coming right at your fucking face, and I'm freaking the fuck out. And it did not help. It did not help that in the seats, they had the seats programmed, so they had this little rolling thing that went up and down your back like there's a bug behind you. So when that started happening, and I did not know this existed at all, I started shitting my pants. I was freaking out. I jumped out of the seat. I was holding on my dad's arm like this. Save me! I'm freaking out! I'm crying my ass off. Then they spray fucking tear gas out of the fucking ceiling and start spraying us. Like, what the fuck is this? There's a police raid or whatever. The ride was over. That was the most traumatic ride experience I think I've ever had in my fucking life.
So I remember this to a T, and there's a couple things I want to say, because I don't think you're giving it enough credit for how terrifying it is. You got a lot of it where the bugs that are flying at you, by the way, are fucking bees. The bad guys from Bugs Life are there, and they do spray bug spray at him, and that's when you get fucking gassed. The fucking things crawling on the seats, I remember that. You forgot to mention the fucking stink bug stink that filled the fucking room at one point.
Yes, that sucks so bad.
Fucking massive ass spiders come down from the fucking ceiling at one point.
I don't remember that.
Oh my god. Again, Wesley, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Wesley. This is another thing that really scared the shit out of him. Like, I don't remember him screaming in any ride, but as soon as those spiders came down from the fucking ceiling, Wesley was screaming, and I thought it was so funny, and I couldn't get my mind off of how funny it was, and that's why I remember so much of it. But that ride is fucking traumatizing. Again, it's not really a ride, is it? But man, God, it's I can't imagine for you never having experienced like the fucking seat thing, because I'm pretty sure we went to Magic Kingdom before Animal Kingdom, and at the time they had the Stitch one where he kind of breaks out and runs along the seats and it does the same thing. So I knew what it was, but I can't even imagine 7-year-old Tyler. I mean, a 7-year-old me was afraid of getting eaten by dinosaurs. 7-year-old Tyler was shitting his pants because bugs were attacking him from all directions. God, Disney, where dreams come true.
Where nightmare fuel is enraged. My God.
I mean, fuck. Do they really think the most friendly way to go was giant fucking bugs, tear gas, a Yeti, and fucking real dinosaurs? Yeah, guys. Great idea. And a fucking gigantic mouse that just laughs? What the fuck is that? That's creepy as fuck, man. I don't want a giant fucking mouse tweedling my dums. You know? I don't want that.
That's a quotable moment right there.
But I did have a lot of other good experiences at Disney. This was a way crazy time to be alive because Disney didn't own Star Wars yet. I have not been to Disney World, or Disney at all, I guess, since they introduced all the Marvel shit, the Star Wars shit, the Toy Story shit, the Avatar shit. I haven't been there for any of that. There's so many rides that don't even exist anymore. Splash Mountain is down for the count because the movie was racist. And it was, even though it had like one of the like really iconic songs in it. I can't even remember the name of the song. I remember the words, but I can't remember the name, and I'm not singing in the middle of this fucking podcast. But Splash Mountain was there at the time. You know, there were so many rides that don't the Stitch ride, for instance. We just talked about that a second ago. I kind of glossed over it. That doesn't exist anymore. I have a couple things to say about that one. That ride okay, so we want to talk traumatizing. At least they took away the fucking alien ride that was before the Stitch ride. Because back in the day, it used to be Alien from the horror movie Alien, and that shit would break out, breathe down your neck, spray like acid spit at you, and run around the seats. That's what it was before it was Stitch. Stitch ran around and beat the shit out of an alien, you know, stealing his fucking chili dog. You know, I remember that specifically. He wanted the fucking chili dog, and that was a fun experience. But before that, it was a fucking alien. But now it doesn't even exist. Now it's just where you meet and greet with Mike and Sully. Because my siblings have gone 3 times since the last time 4 times now actually since the last time I've gone. So I've seen pictures and heard a lot about the new shit and a bunch of really cool shit that is there that wasn't there before. Disney World is made up of a lot of different parks. Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, 5. What's the 5th one?
There's a water park too. I don't remember what it is.
Oh, I have never been to the water park. And I know there's a shopping district as well, which is actually fucking awesome. The Lego store over there is fucking lit as shit. Man, I really, really enjoyed Hollywood Studios. As I mentioned before, this is before Disney owned Star Wars, so I'm not entirely certain how they finagled this to be there. But there was a Star Wars ride that was the shit. You know, me and Wesley, big Star Wars fans, we were looking forward to that more than anything else. Now they have a whole Star Wars fucking area of, you know, Disney World somewhere. I don't know if it's in Hollywood Studios or not. But, you know, oh man, riding that at the time was such a cool experience because it was the most in-depth, like, Star Wars experience you could ever fucking imagine. You get in this ship and you're running away from, I don't even remember if it was stormtroopers or fucking Order 66 was happening and everybody was fucking getting shot. But, 66. You know, fucking shit was crazy on that ride. And you get off the ride and it's this massive gift shop. Now, I want to say, Disney is known for pumping smells like cinnamon and peppermint and just like shit like that.
Fucking tear gas?
And tear gas, yeah. In specific instances, and also stink bug spray. But they do that to keep you in the park and keep you in a good mood. So it's really a good thing. I mean, I know it makes you want to buy more shit and stay longer and spend more money. But I mean, if you're enjoying yourself, is it really that bad? I don't think so.
I will say, unless you've got more to say, I will say I have no interest of ever going back to a Disney park.
Oh, why though? They're so fucking good, dude. Honestly, there are 2 smells, and this is what I was getting at a minute ago, that I am super nostalgic about. One is opening, for the first time, I opened the little pack of all these little Star Wars characters, and I still have some of them. The smell of just like the rubber and plastic that came out of them, it was like a new shoes, new car kind of smell. Oh my fucking god, that shit gets me every time. Every time I open it, like a new fucking... I haven't opened a toy box thing in fucking God knows how long now. Because I don't buy toys. I buy Legos, but I mean...
Does that really count?
Yeah, it kind of does, but at the same time, not for me, because they're not toys for me, they're fucking display pieces.
Like Will Ferrell from the Lego movie.
Well, Will Ferrell is definitely a display piece. That man's got a bod. Anyway, and the other smell, it's kind of a weird one, is the smell of the hotels. Now, normally, when you think of hotel smell, you think of...
Hotel.
It's funny that it smells. It's funny that it rhymes. Normally, when you think of hotel smell, it's, cigarette smoke, poop, chlorine, shit like that, right? You never smell anything good. Disney hotels? Fuck, dude, that shit smells so fucking good. It had, like, its own unique smell. I didn't know what the fuck it was at the time, and I still don't know now, but, like, hell, even, like, staying in the fucking hotels was such a fucking good experience. Waking up every morning on the Disney trip at, like, 7 a.m., walking into, like, the food cafeteria area down the way. We stayed in, like, the 80s hotel or whatever, with, like, the Rubik's Cube and this big statue of Baloo, and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head were there. But you walk into that fucking cafeteria, get you some of them Disney waffles. There was nothing better than a fucking Disney waffle. I do not care. That shit is fucking goated. Now, I haven't had it in about, 8 years. But still, man, I live for them fucking Disney waffles. And them Disney cookies, those little they're like sugar cookies with like icing on them. Oh, those are fucking good too. Ah, man. I just missed that. I think we should go back to Disney eventually. Whether that be,
Well, here's the thing. If we're going back to Disney, we're just gonna do a bunch of Florida parks in general. One I really want to go back to is Universal. I really want to go back.
I would like to go back to Universal too. I actually did go to Universal the same trip I freaked out about the dinosaurs. We dedicated a day to Universal, but I was just too short to ride the Hulk, unfortunately. But
I want to ride the Hulk. I want to ride Velocicoaster. I want
to go see all that Harry Potter shit, because back in the day it was there, but it wasn't like nearly as cool as it is now.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That was a lot of fun, but I want to ride all the coasters. I want to have more fun. I want to enjoy. I want to go back to Jurassic Park again, and
well, it's not even when the last time I went, that was a Jurassic Park ride, and now it's a Jurassic World ride. It's still the same thing, pretty much, but like the base concept has changed. Fuck you.
Yeah, I want to go back, but
I think we should go back as a group. I know we have, like you mentioned at the very beginning, we have a trip coming up that we're gonna vlog. That's gonna be fun as shit.
Now, if you want to do, I remember you bugged me a ton last year about some of the vlogs we did at amusement parks. About not risking my phone and being banned from the park by not getting on-ride POVs. If you want to do that, go ahead. Like when we're there.
I did actually the last time I went to Cedar Point, but I held the phone backwards for most of them by accident. And so all I got was the audio. And so it was really embarrassing. And so for the longest time, all you hear is like from like the wind or whatever. And then occasionally you hear like somewhere in the distance going, "Oh yeah, this is so much fun. Whoa." That's pretty much all it was. And I was going to upload them like as shorts or whatever. And then I was just like, well, that's fucking ruined. I actually think that video might have existed. Hold on. I think I might have uploaded it still. That would be fucking an old one.
Well,
but that was a Cedar Point trip.
We're going. Okay, I'm gonna say where we're going. I'm gonna say where we're going as an Easter egg. We're going to Kings Island.
We are going to Kings Island.
I don't know if you want to film on like the big loopy ones, but
I don't know. I still think we should get a GoPro before we go and get like a head strap thing.
You want to make that investment? Go ahead. Probably could use it for other things too.
Yeah, like I got the fucking money for that.
You making bank? You got money.
I do got money, but not for that. I got college and shit and rent.
Yeah, that is true.
What the fuck am I doing here? Am I on the right channel? Yes. Talk about.
So, that's exciting. I'm excited to go there. I've been wanting to go there for a long time. That'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to ride the Beast. We're gonna be able to get a night ride on the Beast, hopefully, and I cannot wait for that.
Son of Beast doesn't exist anymore. That used to be a thing. Does not.
There's Easter eggs of Son of Beast in the park. There are 2 Easter eggs of Son of Beast in the park that I really want to see.
Is there one a gravestone?
There's the gravestone and there's something else. I'm not going to say what it is, but I know where to find it. We should be able to find it, barring the ride that it's near doesn't break down. That'll be a lot of fun. And they got a bunch of other cool stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with the fast passes. Don't have to worry about lines and shit. That's going to be awesome. We'll be able to really enjoy ourselves.
I can actually remember the last time I was at Kings Island because I was there with family, and it was from one of my brother's birthday trips. I've done several birthday trips where we just go like during the Halloween time because my brother's birthday is in October, and so we go in October, and it's always been a fun experience seeing all the Halloween shit. And the first time and only time I've been to Kings Island, I was dressed as Harry Potter, and my brother was dressed as Luigi. It was a fun time. It was a real fun trip. At the time, they had like a walk-through trick-or-treat thing, and there were like statues of dinosaurs. I don't know if those were permanent or what, but I do remember them being
thing
there.
probably was not permanent, but the dinosaur thing, you're probably thinking about Dinosaurs Alive. I don't know if they took that out.
That's what it was, I think. I don't know if it's still there or not either.
Well, I guess we'll find out when we're there.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait.
Either way, we will definitely be vlogging it at least.
Oh, hell yeah.
2020, was that it? No. When did COVID happen? Was that late? It was early 2020, right? Because I can't remember if I went to Cedar Point in 2020 or 2021.
You went in 2020 and thing. I remember you talking about that. You're like, it's not that bad. You should go now. The restrictions are not that bad.
Oh, the restrictions were great because there was nobody there. We didn't have Fast Pass, and I rode Top Thrill Dragster twice in a row. We didn't even have Fast Passes or anything like that. It was fucking crazy, dude. It's definitely worth the trip. If it was in 2020, then I don't know if this video even exists. I remember recording them. I don't know if I uploaded it and then privated it or whatever. Here's like the first weird vlog.
I remember you uploaded a video in 2019 when you went to Cedar Point of you and like 3 other people dancing in the carousel line.
That was a different video, okay? So that trip to Cedar Point was for band. That's a whole nother fucking experience that happened because when we went for band, it was like a whole nother thing. Because we were only there for a day, and we performed in the parade as a band or whatever, playing our fight song and Ghostbusters. But I was there. I only rode, I think, like 2 or 3 rides because these fucking idiots. Kent, actually, was one of them. Dawson and Vincent and Brangelin and me. All of these people have appeared on my channel, thanks to that one video of us dancing next to the carousel. And Kent's, still doing YouTube, still kicking it. Kent, get on the podcast.
He's going to be on the podcast at some point. One of our future guests.
But we rode... I'm stalling because I can't remember the name of the ride. Valraven, whatever that is. Valraven. We stood in line for 5 hours. We danced.
Why would you ever do that?
So there's a song. It's called Shrexophone. Look it up. It's fucking brilliant. We danced to Shrexophone for 5 hours straight. Jamming to Shrexophone for 5 hours. Why did we do that? Because they were so dedicated to ride this ride in particular. And then after that ride... 3 out of the 4 of us, or 3 out of the 5 of us, didn't want to ride any more roller coasters. Dawson, Vincent, and Brandon. This is Dawson's first and only roller coaster. Thor Raven has like a pretty much 90-degree drop. Just like Wesley.
Yes,
just like Wesley, Dawson's scream was very loud. Vincent had a pretty loud scream, and Vincent was screaming like, fuck, 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 fuck. And of course my dad was our chaperone, and he's just laughing at him the whole fucking time. Me and Kent enjoyed the fucking shit out of it, and we went and rode Wicked Twister.
Oh, Wicked Twister, it's gone
Doesn't
now.
exist anymore, unfortunately. That's a really fun one. It's a scary one, too, when you're going backwards.
It gave me like a little bit of headbang. It was a good ride, though.
It was a fucking great ride, dude.
I'm sad it's gone. I wish they'd relocated it instead of scrapped it so we could ride it some more. But
we couldn't ride Top Thrill Dragster that day because the lines were so fucking long. And I don't remember riding very much else. We rode a couple of like the smaller rides. Dawson, fucking Brandon, and Vincent would only ride the smaller rides, and I don't remember Vincent riding very many in general. But I actually have a very iconic photo that I think is still on my phone of the 4 of us. It's never, made a light of day. Is it still on here? It is.
The last time we went...
This one right here. This is from that night, Cedar Point. It's hard to see because of the glare. But that's Brandon in the front.
Is the lady in the pink looking at you really weird?
The guy in the pink is Kent. Behind Kent is Vincent. Behind Vincent in the white hat in the background.
I see Vincent.
Behind Vincent is Dawson in the white hat. This was on a ride for... I'm in line for something. I don't remember what the ride was. But, man, that was such a fun trip for all of us. I could go on and on about band and, like, the experiences we had with that. But that weekend was so fucking good for me, Dawson, Brandon, and Vincent. We've got so many stories to talk about. And when we get Brandon back on here, I'm going to confront him about the sleepwalking stories. Because those are fucking funny as shit. Oh, man. I love the hell out of all 4 of them. And I'm going to hang out with them soon. We're going to go camping. And I might invite them to the Jeff of the Mellows Camp Out Extravaganza, or whatever the fuck I would call that. See who shows up to partake in that. But anyway, God, that Cedar Point trip was so fucking fun. And yeah, there's that video on my channel from fucking years ago. Like 3 years ago now. Almost. We're getting there. Wait, hold on. When was that? September? We're getting there. We're like 3 months away from it being 3 years old. Man, that trip was so fucking good. And us just dancing in front of the, I almost said steering wheel. I can't remember what it's called. Carousel. Us dancing in front of the carousel was the epitome of the 5-hour wait for Valraven. Except for instead of steering wheel music. Again, can't remember the fucking name of the thing. It was Shrexophone. Again, look up Shrexophone. That's a great fucking music, and you'll enjoy the hell out of me for telling you to go look that up. Anyway, Tyler, tell me about your Cedar Point trips. The
first one.
Very frequent trips to Cedar Point.
First trip to Cedar Point was 2011 that I remember. That's when I rode Blue Streak for the first time. I was actually really excited to ride it. It gave me a blistering migraine, so I did not ride anything else on that trip. That was major. But I did want to ride. The new ride that they had that year was Windseeker.
Does that still exist?
It still exists. I rode it now, but I wanted to ride it, right? Because I liked, it looked pretty fun. Well, we get on. It was me, my dad, and a few. It was my dad's side of the family. It was our only time we really did it. We did like 2 days there or something like that. I don't remember. And we get on the ride. And apparently they can't start the ride unless the ride has a full capacity. So because it was early in the morning, nobody wanted to be on the fucking ride. So we couldn't. We just had to sit there and wait. So we just got off and did other things.
Of course.
And that was bullshit. It was fucking bullshit. I don't know if they still do that, but that was bullshit.
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty weird thing for them to do. Maybe it's like a weight limit thing, or
I guess so. But like,
I guess it'd be not a limit.
I wasn't that heavy back then, so maybe that's why. But I couldn't achieve the weight limit. But
nowadays, we might not even be able to fit your fucking seats.
No, I can still ride it. I'm not. I have kind of plateaued since the last Cedar Point trip, which I was able to ride Windseeker. We did ride it. It's good views. It's not the ride itself's okay, but it gives amazing views and it gives a nice breeze too, especially on a hot day. But trip after that, the next time I remember going after that was 2014. We went with some family friends. Did not ride anything again, except for the water ride, the big log flume water ride. I don't remember, Shoot the Rapids thing was called. Rode that for the first time. That was pretty fun. We went back in 2016. I didn't really ride anything major then. 2017, we went back again with our church group. Did not ride anything major again. 2018 though is when I just got over my fucking fear of roller coasters, and not at Cedar Point. I did that at Michigan's Adventure. And that's when I finally got to ride all the big roller coasters.
Does Cedar Point have a Ripper Rapids ride?
I think they do. They used to.
I can't remember if they do or don't. If they do, we definitely need to do a video at Cedar Point.
Michigan's Adventure has one of those, and that's when I got.
I know Dollywood has one.
That's a funny one. That's a funny story. So we were at Michigan's Adventure last summer, and we had just ridden.
There's a vlog on Tyler's channel on it. I know it's mostly golfing, but it's there.
It's not mostly golfing. I edited it. There's only a couple golfing clips now, the funny ones.
There's just putt-putt and maybe, I think, one roller coaster. But this is... Okay, so here's the reason. Here's the reason why I keep telling you that you need to record the ride. Because you do this. You do one of these. This is still one of my biggest complaints on this video to this day. So, hey, guys... No, here, let me get my phone. So, hey, guys, we're going to go ride on this ride. And it's going to be really fun. It's just me, Tyler, but everybody else is here. You can at least see them walking in the background. I don't ask them how they're doing or if they're excited or anything. It's mostly about me and my experience.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And then the very next clip is, whoa, that was really fun. You don't get to see any of the ride. All you see is Tyler hyping it up. And then just this guy just breathing heavily, being like, heck yeah! Woo! So fun! You don't get to see a goddamn bit of it. And I think that is just so fucking hilarious. Such a Tyler thing to do. And I was just like, damn, dude! Every goddamn time he went on any of the rides, he would hype it up. Didn't matter how big it was. He would hype it up and be like, yeah, we're gonna go ride this ride. And then literally, split second later, no ride. Yeah, woo! Good ride! Yeah!
No, okay.
Let's go do it again! And then they do it again, but you don't see any of it.
I didn't do a great job of getting off-ride footage of the rides.
You didn't get any footage on the rides, or even like the startup of sitting in the ride, you know? Or getting up to the ride. I didn't do a good
job of that. I did a better job of getting like footage of the rides at Cedar Point. That I wish I'd done better, but next time when we go to Kings Island, my goal is hopefully we have time. Like I want to get off-ride footage of the rides and stuff like that. And if you want to film some on-ride POVs, you can, and whatever we can.
I probably will
amplify that because I was my testing phase, you know, sort of thing. But
it was so funny. It was just at the time it was a 45-minute long video of Tyler hyping up rides. And then coming off, celebrating the rides. And then the other half of the video was just them golfing. It was the most anticlimactic video
Lucas
ever.
Wanted to, instead of re-riding coasters, Eli and Lucas wanted to pay extra money to play putt-putt golf. I was so pissed off about that, but I went with it anyways because I didn't want to be alone.
Well, this time when the four of us are going, you know...
We're not playing golf.
You got me. If they want to go play golf, they can go play golf, Tyler. But you and I are going to ride every fucking roller coaster until we puke out our insides.
We can ride all but one of them. One of them we have to have a kid to ride. So we can't ride it. We can ride the other ones.
Lucas is a child. Lucas is a child.
It's a child. Oh.
We could...
we'll see if we can manipulate our way involved there.
We could steal a child. That's always an option, too.
Just kidnap a child.
Just for the ride. We'll give him back right after. You know?
We'll see. Where was I going about this? Oh, on that same trip, on that same Michigan's Adventure vlog, there was a guy that we met on Thunderhawk. He was like a big roller coaster enthusiast, and he had ridden a bunch of coasters. I wanted to interview him for the vlog, but I didn't know about it the first time. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get him on the vlog. We saw him again. We were in line for Corkscrew. We saw him again. I wanted to wait for him to get off the ride because he was literally next after we got off. I wanted to interview him. No, Eli and Lucas wanted to go ride a fucking swing ride instead, and we missed him. So that sucks.
So
he was pretty cool though.
Oh my God.
River Rapids. That's right, the Rapids ride. This was where we started about this. So. We had just gotten out Thunderhawk, and we were going to the Rapids ride, and we were originally planning on going to the water park for part of the day.
Fuck the water parks, man.
I forgot my swimming suit, so we didn't go.
Classic Tyler move as well. Classic Tyler.
But we did the Rapids ride anyways, and we're riding, right? And you know how it like spins around, and you know there was a couple moments on the ride where there's like water, and like you can get splashed a little bit throughout the ride, but there was a couple.
It depends on where you sit, really.
It does depend on where you sit, and I learned that the hard way. There's a couple of waterfalls throughout the ride that can get you really wet. There's some of them you can splash and stuff like that, and so we get off the ride, right? Lucas is almost completely dry. Eli's only minorly wet. I am soaked. I got drenched. I was the only one to get drenched. I got drenched underneath both waterfalls. That was God.
My
and
dad,
then we spent like 20 minutes trying to dry off. My socks were soaked. My shoes were sopping.
But they have the fucking dry stations there now, which is nice. You just stand in there for a half hour and you'll be fine.
It costs money.
Well, I don't know, because they didn't when I was there for COVID times, but I don't know if they do now or not.
They did at Michigan's Adventure, cost like $10 to do.
But anyway, my dad is notorious for getting soaked on those rides, while everybody else is just completely bone dry. Although every time,
so instead of riding shit,
hold on. Every time I get off those rides, however, my ass is completely soaked and nothing else. Just my cheeks, not even my legs or nothing. Just my fucking ass cheeks. And so, like, by the end of the day, I'll be, like, chafing a little bit because my ass cheeks have been wet all day. And it's not swamp ass either. It's straight up from the fucking River Rapids ride. It was so fucking stupid and annoying. Only my ass cheeks, nothing else. Literally got clapped by some fucking River Rapids ride, and it left me traumatized for the rest of the day, you know?
So instead of riding coasters, we had to get lunch after that. And we met the Karen that took us 45 fucking minutes to get food.
Oh, in front of you in line? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was shitty, but whatever. We had a fun... It was a fun day, though. Got some epic golf fail moments, and...
fucking golfing.
Rode all the coasters. Shivering Timbers was closed! That was the biggest disappointment of the day, was Shivering Timbers was closed.
I cannot believe that you spent so much time fucking golfing.
Look.
So, I've been to 2 theme parks that... Well, actually, I've been to 1 theme park that I know you haven't been to. Have you been to Dollywood before?
No, and I want to go so badly.
2. I've been to 2 parks that you've never been to. Both of them, Hershey Park.
Oh my god, you've been to Hershey Park! Take me with you!
Hershey Park was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. More fun than any other theme park that I've ever been to. The rides aren't nearly as big as some of the other places, but man, are they fun. There was this red ride that literally you go like this, you turn around and you do it backwards, like 4 times. I rode that ride with my dad like 5 times in a row just because there was no line at the end of the night, but they kept it going. And we literally sprinted. We got on the ride, got off the ride, sprinted back around, got on the ride, got off the ride, sprinted back around. Because my mom, my brother, and my sister were all heading towards the exit, and me and my dad were heading towards it too. And then out of the corner of our eye, we see that red ride again, and we're just like, hey, let's go do that 5 times before we leave. Hershey Park is such a fun experience.
I want to go to Hershey Park so badly. I want to do I want to go to the Hershey Museum. I want to go to the park. I want to go to Chocolate Town. I want to do it all.
I've been to all of it, and it is all fucking fantastic.
That's on my bucket list. It's my top park on my bucket list.
Hershey Park.
Now they're doing Kings Island. That's my top park.
Hershey Park is so much fucking fun, though. Like, legitimately, I would go back anytime. It was so good. And then I've also been to Dollywood, which is another one.
I want to go to Dollywood too. Dollywood is not.
Dollywood was more recently than Hershey Park, and yet I don't remember a damn thing.
I remember you talked about it on a podcast before. Your time, like not Dollywood itself, but like the trip to Tennessee.
Trip to Tennessee. Although I don't remember if that's an actual podcast, or another one of those ones where you didn't record my audio, because I'm pretty sure that was the. You know what? It fucking was too, because it was supposed to be the first episode of Strollin and Trollin, but you didn't record my audio, so the first episode ended up being Vincent. It was your fucking fault. I do remember. That shit never made it to a fucking podcast. Fuck you. God damn it, Tyler. The 2 trips I took last year didn't make it onto a fucking podcast episode because you didn't record the audio. Competitive sex, Tyler! Competitive sex! Nobody will ever understand what that means. It'll be an inside joke forever. Because you didn't record my audio. But my 2 trips, my trip to Tennessee and my Florida scuba diving trip, both gone forever. So I could bring it up again because nobody's heard about it before. We can have a whole fucking new conversation about that. I don't remember a damn thing about Dollywood, though. I remember a lot about Tennessee, but the park specifically, I remember the rides being very generic, and none of them, like, standing out, really.
I want to go so bad.
I'm sure
I
if
really
I
do.
went again, I might, have
We
a
gotta
better
go.
time
We
with
gotta go to
friends.
Gatlinburg. We just gotta do Gatlinburg as a whole thing.
Gatlinburg is so much fun. There's so much cool shit out there. I would just love to go. I mean, like, just hanging out is just a fun thing in general, and I just love doing that with you guys. Vlog or no vlog, it's just super fun. That's why I like watching movies with you guys and all that. It's just so much fun getting out with friends. Because I don't get to do that very much anymore.
I wouldn't vlog Gatlinburg as a whole. I'd vlog certain things. Like I'd vlog Dollywood.
You
I would
would
probably
vlog
vlog
Dollywood.
the Titanic Museum. They have a Titanic Museum there.
They
I'd
do
love
have
to
a
vlog that.
Titanic
I've been
museum.
there. I've been there. But
there's the Ripley Believe It or Not thing that's up there too.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Aquarium, which there is a vlog on my channel. Although I wouldn't really call it I don't remember how that video played out. There's a lot of footage of fish without my audio, and I think there's a couple with my audio, and I know I mentioned Ark once to a big giant dead crocodile. Oh, because it was a fucking Sarcosuchus, and at the time we couldn't fucking get away from them. I remember exactly now, but that was the fun. Gatlinburg is really good. And again, I don't really remember anything about Dollywood, but Hershey Park, man. Hershey Park was so much fucking fun.
I want to go back to Hershey Park so badly. I really do. I'm not go back. I've never been. Dude, I want to go.
Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania is just such a fucking.
There's only 2 parks. After we do Kings Island, there's only going to be 2 parks that are officially on my bucket list to do.
Well, Hershey what about Busch Gardens?
Busch Gardens Tampa is the other one that I really want to go to.
It's like the Florida man of theme parks, literally.
I want to go back. I want to go there so badly. There's a SeaWorld in Orlando as well. That'd be a lot of fun to do. We got a whole Florida trip. That'd be
It'd be a week long. I don't know because we'd have to go. It would be expensive as fuck.
It'd be that's a long time down the road. We're a little bit more financially stable.
Yeah, right. Because it would be fucking Universal, SeaWorld, which I'm still on the fence about going to SeaWorld because I don't like SeaWorld. Just because of their animal issues. SeaWorld, Universal, Disney, and Busch Gardens. And that's a lot of fucking money right there.
A lot of money. That's a lot of time.
So
that's
please,
a lot of
spread the word. Engulf our channels with love and money. Lots of money. We don't have merch or a Patreon, but imagine if we did. Just mail us money. Where do they mail? Just send us virtual checks. I don't know.
Just be like the one iCarly episode where they send a ton of fan mail to the school.
Send money to. Just come find us. Give it to us in person.
Stalk us.
Just figure out where we live. There's a window right behind me. I'm sure you can figure it out. Find where we live. Give us money so we can live the dream. The dream being hanging out at Hershey, Pennsylvania. You guys could be there too. We could overthrow the theme park, kill all the employees,
for a whole day.
Kill all the employees, and have you guys work as our minions, and me and Tyler just go on every ride, fucking 10,000 times until we die.
No, Hershey Park is definitely a trip that I'm gonna be able to save. I'm saving up for. I'm that we're doing like soon. We're not. That's not a question of if. It's a question of when.
It is.
Same with Busch Gardens.
Man, so much fun. I loved Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's such a good area. Theme parks in general, I've just had such a good experience with them. I've always had a really good time at theme parks. I can't think of a single bad experience I've had other than, not wanting to get eaten by dinosaurs or the Yeti.
Let me talk about. This was one of my least favorite days in an amusement park. It was Cedar Point, 2019. We went there with our church group. I rode 3. We got there late. We got there an hour late. We were supposed to get there at 10. We didn't get there till 11. We rode a bus. The bus was going like 20 miles an hour.
Shitty.
And instead of, riding a smaller ride that didn't have a long line, we booked it to the back of the park and waited 5 hours for Steel Vengeance. And we had to leave at 7 o'clock, by the way. So that was...
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That sounds just like my trip.
And then we got on the Raptor.
Wait. Did you say 2019? Oh, wait. Wait a minute. What year was this? Was this before senior year? Wait. Yes. 2019, we both went to Cedar Point?
Yes, but at different times.
Wait. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember you going.
Then we waited, We waited like 3 hours, like 2 hours for a Raptor or whatever because it broke down while we were on the line. And I was so pissed off. There was a, we both
went to Cedar Point 2019, waited 5 hours for a ride, got off that ride and rode like one more? What the fuck was up with 2019?
I rode Raptor and I rode Gatekeeper after that. Gatekeeper wasn't bad. It was just late in the day. Raptor, though, pissed me off. Here's why. There was a Make-A-Wish group there that day.
Oh, dude.
And they got...
No. You can't shit on Make-A-Wish, man. You can't shit on Make-A-Wish, my guy.
No. They're not part of this, right? Well, actually, they are.
Okay.
We're in line for Raptor. We're almost there. We're almost to the ride, right? And, well, apparently, so they get to, so there was like the whole thing. There's like 2 extra seats ready we were trying to get front row, and there's 2 extra seats ready. It's like any pair of people come up to the front, you can ride. Well, 2 people did come up, but they shut the gates before the guys could get in.
Ooh.
So what did they do? They didn't go back to their spot in line. They just cut the line and stood right in front of us. And rode by themselves.
Rough.
And then they get on, they go, then the ride breaks down for 30 minutes while we're waiting. They cut in front of us and made us wait an extra half an hour.
Dude. 2019 was such a shit year for theme parks, my guy. What the fuck happened in 2019? God damn.
So bad.
Oh, man. What a fun fucking thing.
That was horrible. Because we didn't leave at like 7 o'clock, and then so we couldn't even like get any night rides or anything.
I cannot believe that we both waited 5 hours in a line for a ride in 2019 at the same fucking.
I'm never waiting that long. Nope.
I'll never wait that long ever again.
We go to Kings Island. There's an app. There's an app for Kings Island, and it will show us like wait times and stuff.
We'll have fast passes, so it won't be that big of a deal.
Well, we can see if like a ride's open or not, like if it's broken down, so we don't go all the way back there and realize it's broken down, or whatever.
I hope we fucking die.
And some of the rides don't have fast pass. Like 4 of them don't, so we'll have to make sure. Like some of them are pretty big rides too, and so we'll have to make sure that they're not too long in the line. There shouldn't be a problem though. I mean, we're going on Friday the 13th, so it's probably gonna be fucked. We're probably gonna die.
I hope that we die. It's gonna be how our channels get big. However, we'll be dead, and they'll also be dead. But channels will blow up. You know, we'll have one of the 2 people, Eli or Lucas, who chickens out of one of the roller coasters that we die on, post the found footage of us dying on each of our channels, and then our channels will blow up. But we also blew up, so you know we're dead. Friday the 13th, man, we're fucked.
God damn it!
It's a month from yesterday. That's fucked. As of recording.
It's gonna be a lot of fun though.
But today is on a Thursday.
I'm really excited. Gonna stay in a hotel with you guys, and we're gonna road trip and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's like a 5-hour drive.
It's gonna be a marquee moment in our relationships because we've never really taken a huge road trip as a group like this before. And it's
not like this. No, not like this. We've done like, I mean, I think the farthest drive I've been on with you guys was to Detroit. For the Tigers game. I don't know if Michigan Adventures is closer or farther than that.
It's farther. It's closer than, it's like 45 minutes away. It's closer than Detroit.
So Detroit will be probably the longest for all of us then. Or no, Cedar Point?
You didn't go to Cedar Point with us.
I know, but for you guys, it would have been Cedar Point though, right?
Yeah, but that was my family. It was like a family friend thing.
Okay, so that doesn't count then. Just
that
us,
don't really
then.
count.
Just
Eli
us,
was
then.
there. Dan Snake was there. Cole was there. Cole was an asshole on that trip too. He made us literally go. We would ride something in the back of the park, walk a mile all the way to ride something to the front of the park, then go a mile all the way back to the back of the park and just do this. He wanted to do this all day long, covering like 100 miles. I'm like, dude, let's ride all the stuff in the back, then go to the front, ride all the stuff in the front, then come back and ride stuff in the back. No, we didn't want to do that.
I'm going to put you in charge of making shorts the entire drive up. We're probably going to do a lot of funny things.
You have to start clipping some funny stuff that I've done and making it as shorts again.
Those did really well. I don't have time for that anymore. Starting at my own YouTube channel, I've got like 2 videos that I'm in the middle of editing that are going to take fucking forever to make. Which is going to piss me the fuck off. And then I've got a job that is just holding me over and just fucking me in the ass, you know. It's been real rough there. I've actually got some more work stories that we can talk about eventually from that have happened since the last Work Stories podcast. It's been fun times. It really has been fun times at these theme parks. And like we said, we're going to another one soon. More vlogs, Tyler. More vlogs. We're going to do a bunch of them.
Here's another idea of another park I really want to go to that's really close. Is a park in Indiana called Holiday World. It'd be easy if
what the fuck is Holiday World?
It'd be it's got like only a few roller coasters. It's a small park, but it's an easy day park. It's
I do know what Holiday World is. My sister's been there.
I don't know how far away it is, but if it's like the same distance as Cedar Point, we should go because
we should go to Chicago. We should do a Chicago vlog. That'd be fun. Let's go to a Bears or a Browns
This is an amusement park vlog.
Let's go to a Browns game. Those tickets have to be cheap. Nobody's going to watch the fucking Browns. Wait, that's in Cleveland. That's in Cleveland. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, we'll vlog stuff in Cleveland.
Let's go to Chicago to record.
Let's go to the Rock Hall.
Let's go to Chicago to record a Cleveland Browns vlog.
I mean, they could be playing the Bears. You never know.
Another team that nobody's gonna go pay to watch.
Oh, super expensive. I've been to a Bears game when the Lions went last year. They're super expensive.
God, fuck that, dude. But we should go to Chicago. You know, ride the subway train, get shot a couple times. It might be really fun.
I rode the subway train. I almost died riding the subway train because I had to stand up. Like how a bus, right? When it stops, your body, like the fatter you are, the more energy you carry when you're stopping, right?
You just gotta know how to find your center of weight and stick to it. I am really good at that. You, on the other hand, have no center of weight. When we were driving in the zoo vlog, I hit the brakes not even that hard, and you go flying into the dash.
You brake checked me. We went like boom.
I mean, come on, Tyler, it's not that hard. But you know what is hard? My cock. No. Anyway, I don't know if this has been in the podcast before. I don't know if this has been in the podcast before, but I also talked about going to Chicago at some point. And you know my experiences on the subway, watching 2 people have sex on the outside of a subway car in like the tunnels and shit. That was pretty sketch. Just shooting up heroin and shit right then and there, fucking each other right then and there. And we were all like, yeah, we'll just pretend like this isn't happening and go about our days. Fun times. Fun times at the Chicago subway.
Very fun times.
But there's a lot of stuff.
Look how far Holiday World is.
I have no idea. It's one of those things that I've never thought about. We should do a Frankenmuth vlog. Want to go to Frankenmuth, Tyler? That's not that far away. I've been there with Brandon.
That's like a Christmas shopping thing, is it not?
I know, yeah, it is. But it would make a pretty fucking lit-ass vlog,
Where is it? Oh, wait, there it is.
How far away?
It's 6 hours and 5 minutes away. Never mind.
That's fucking miles away, my guy. That is so fucking far away, dude.
Yeah, maybe not do that. That was like 4 hours away.
Oh, man, that's good. But if we go to... we should definitely go to Chicago. Go to, like, Shed Aquarium and whatever the fuck the museum is that has Sue. I can't remember the name of the museum. It's probably, like, Natural History Museum or something like that.
I know where that's close to the Bears Stadium.
But we could do Shed. We could do the zoo. We could do the museum with Sue in it. We could do... there's so much to do in Chicago. We should definitely go to Chicago at some point. Maybe after all the violence dies down a little bit. There was... not to be too touchy, but there was a thing that happened in New York not too long ago that was kind of fucked up. The guy looked like EDP. It was really fucking awful. And he didn't, like, have any fucking motive at all, really. He was just an angry guy who just... Man, I don't even want to talk about that. Shit like that is fucked up, dude. And, you know, it just sucks for everybody. Thank God nobody died. But, oh my God, that shit needs to stop, dude. But again, it would be kind of...
The violence will never stop in a big city.
It would be kind of fucking awesome to, you know, upload found footage of us getting shot onto our YouTube channels, you know?
Fucking damn it. No, it wouldn't. It would not. Would not.
We go on the news and everything. We'd live. We'd just get shot a couple times. It's on my bucket list.
It's a guarantee that we live, especially in Chicago.
Maybe. Anyway, yeah. We both have a lot of experience with theme parks. And I'm pretty sure this entire fucking time you've been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I know, I stopped playing a lot.
Okay. So, like, theme parks are something that have been in our lives for so long and will be in our lives so far down the line. Everybody loves theme parks. Whether you like roller coasters or not, there's just so much cool shit there. It's such a good experience. Just hang out, fuck around, eat some expensive-ass food, and...
Or don't, just starve yourself. I've done that, too.
Or just starve yourself and throw up on Top Thrill Dragster. That works, too. Great way to lose weight, by the way.
Anorexia, it's fun.
But drink lots of fucking water. So you turn into,
Yes.
you turn into part of the River Rapids ride. You're just vomiting pure water onto the fucking... What are they called? They're not called customers. What do they call them?
Guests.
Guests, yes. Welcome to this esteemed park, customers. Mr. Krabs, it's Krabby Land all over again.
Fucking Bob, me boy.
Sponge Boy, me Bob. Fuck, man. Theme parks, so fucking good. Like we said, going to one pretty soon. But anyway, this has been a really fucking long podcast. We should probably cut this one off. I don't know how much more we have to talk about.
What the fuck? My Switch just turned on. What the... What the fuck?
Perfect time to end it. Anyway, thanks for coming, Tyler. I'll see you in the next one.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Can't see anything.
Can't see anything. I don't know what's going on.
My cat. Get down.
What is going on? Tyler, I'm trying to end the podcast.
There.
Can I end it now?
People. Bye, people.
Can I end it now?
Yes.
Say goodbye, Tyler.
Bye.
Goodbye.